Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Along with Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Brown outside. Tatum wide open. He fires one. The kick out to Brown. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Williams. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
Well, you got to be careful around SGA. He's got those quick hands and he's ready to pick pockets.
Brent, it seems like throughout his career, Gilgeous-Alexander has an answer. To whatever the defense might throw at him.
Well, the defenses don't have answers to stop him, Kevin. I know that. This guy is so quick with the basketball. He's so good at adapting on the fly with the ball, getting around the initial defender to make plays. Superstars have that quality. SGA has it in spades.
Now here's Porzingis after Lou Dort's miss. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Here's Oklahoma City now. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks. Mark Dagnall and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Now, of course, I asked Coach what his plan was about defending Jason Tatum, and he said, I told our guys just to play smart, to play up on him, but not get baited into fouls, and try to get a hand in his face. Now, that's a difficult challenge for any defense, so we'll see what happens tonight. Guys?
Thank you, David. Pass to Holmgren. The finish. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And great recognition. Holmgren saw the open floor and took advantage.
Here's White. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
In recent years, Brent, we've seen Oklahoma City turn into a contender simply by developing their own young talent.
Yep, blocks on sticks, on bricks, on blocks, and that's what they've done. They have not signed a free agent, big-name guy. They've built from within. They've built an incredible roster by drafting well and fostering the growth of these young players, along with a coach who has given them a lot of belief. It's been pretty magical in OKC.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That one on Dort.
A fluid, talented scorer with length. Tatum is hard to defend because of that versatility.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Williams from outside. Oklahoma City moving it around. Hartenstein.
On the backside, Porzingis is staying very aware and alert, keeping those big hands moving.
Kept alive. Second chance shot. Brown outside. Clock at 6. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Porzingis can't hit.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. Outside Holiday. No good. That would have tied it.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Boston trailing. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Three-pointer. Drills the three-pointer.
That's a beautiful shot there for Drew. Defenses have to account for Drew Holiday out there behind the arc.
Nobody near Williams. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitors.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now here's Tatum. And again, Boston with the triple.
A 3 of his own for Tatum. That is how you respond.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Here's Hartenstein, and the dunk by Hartenstein.
Well, a solid facilitator that helps that the defense thinks that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to shoot, not pass.
And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That is his first foul of the game.
Substitution on the floor.
So both teams making some changes here. Boston again missing. The Thunder with the lead. Wallace goes in. Got a hand on it. .55 seconds left here in the first quarter. Pass to Pritchard. And he's good on the three ball.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive. And you have to prevent him from getting to the paint, unless you want to see a highlight.
And it's the Celtics with the ball. The Thunder making the shot. Here's Brown. Another shot. And Horford with the lay-in.
Horford, a big guy, and he knows it, so you got to use your size on the inside to keep plays going.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Back to Williams. And Boston with the rebound. Left side, Brown. Williams with the steal. And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Boston on top, leading by just 2. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Celtics?
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
The Celtics with the lead. Horford with it. Now defended by Wiggins. The three. A rebound by Gilgeous-Alexander. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. Some of the tricks of the trade in that regard.
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, getting the cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. It's good.
Gilgeous-Alexander, fantastic concentration.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Tatum. Tatum draws the double. This one for three. Hits the three-point bomb. Hauser's got the lead up to 5 now for the Celtics.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Boston with the rebound. Outside Tatum. Pass to Pritchard. No good with the triple. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Pritchard pulls it down. The three from Tatum. Rebound by Williams. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Trailing by 5. And stolen by Tatum. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And I know he was pleased with his foul shooting last year. How about 87% from the line?
Pass to Tatum. Tatum draws the double. He's looking for Hartenstein and finds him. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City.
Wiggins Dort is the guy who puts his head down and goes to work. He gives every bit of focus on every play, and the teammates love what he brings to the court.
He doesn't get the second one.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
And the short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the two J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
Back, David, remember a couple of years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. Well, they're still together. Celtics leading by 3. To the paint. Here's Tatum. Wiggins with the rebound. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Over in the corner, Dort. From deep. And it's Wiggins missing.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Pass to Pritchard. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And here they go. And that one's good. Wiggins.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Outside, Porzingis to the wing right side. Hauser. Boston again missing. Oklahoma City trailing. .137 left in the first half. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
He's got the ability to do damage inside and out. SGA's not going to miss that.
Here's Holiday. And that time, also a missed shot. And so here is Oklahoma City. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Wiggins. Shot clock at 6. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6.
I like how unselfish Dort was on that play, freely giving it away rather than trying to chase down something for himself.
Outside Holiday. Celtics passing it around. Pass to Tatum. Caruso grabs the miss. And the Thunder with possession. Right now they're on a 9-0 run. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. So it's both teams making substitutions here. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And stolen by Tatum. Pass to Porzingis. Now here's Tatum. The screen from Brown. 1 second left, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Thunder out in front. They storm through the end of the quarter on a 9-0 run. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of the game it's been so far. Porzingis with the block.
And shooters must beware. Porzingis is down there lurking.
And the rejection by Holmgren. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Hartenstein in the corner. Just 3 to shoot. The wing jumper off target.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Using the bounce, Tatum just explodes to the hoop so quick.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. He has 6. Porzingis with the block. Now Tatum for the lead. Porzingis can't hit. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein. Left side, Williams. The Thunder with another miss. Boston trailing. Outside, Tatum. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. And the Thunder with the possession here. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Well, Brent, we had to wait a year for it, but Chet Holmgren had an incredible rookie season.
And I don't think any talent evaluator is surprised at the way that Chet came in his first year and was able to contribute and sometimes dominate in the ways that he did. So coming back healthy, making that immediate impact, Chet Holmgren is going to be a superstar in this league.
Substitution on the court.
And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They lead by 1. On the wing, Williams. The Thunder with another miss.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Tatum. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Tatum's got 6 in the quarter.
And there's the frame being put to use by Tatum. He knows he's dangerous down low.
The kick out to Williams. Wallace outside. Porzingis with the steal. And now White pushing it up and no one back to stop him. Count the basket. And now a 3-point Celtic lead.
Yeah, there's a feel that Porzingis has to the game, and the more comfortable he is in these kind of settings, he'll rack up some assists.
And there's the foul on Alex Caruso. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Celtics leading by 3. Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
Brown, good.
That's a smart pass. Get it to Brown and just let Jalen cook.
Pass to Williams. Back to Holmgren. And stolen by Tatum. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. Coach Mark Daigneault said, I look at him more like he's an artist. We can shift him anywhere. There's no one he can't guard. Kevin?
David, he is a beast. Wow, thank you for the report. Outside Tatum. No good from outside.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Pass to Hartenstein. Holmgren in the post. He has 6. Missed inside. Inside. Here's Tatum. Inside. Tatum.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Thunder trailing by 6. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Tipped away. Taken away by Holiday. Here's Tatum. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. To the middle. The Thunder with another miss.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
It's good. Porzingis has got the lead up to 8 now for the Celtics.
And that passing ability really helps separate Tatum from so many others because the defense has to focus on his ability to score. Yeah, the defender all over him.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Celtics?
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Boston leading by 6. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Dort.
And it's the attention to detail that sets Tatum apart from most players in our league.
And so Tatum nails them both. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Williams with the ball, now guarded by Tatum. Up top, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 8. Holmgren gets the bucket.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
Outside Tatum. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Holmgren.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
Here's Holmgren. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for Boston. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up
41.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Here's Pritchard. And there's the drive. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. 8-point game. Off on the layup.
Gilgeous-Alexander. First personal foul.
Celtics leading by 9. Floats one up. Williams with the block. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
That's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Tatum on the wing. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Thunder trailing by 7. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Caruso. Chang inside. Good, nice job down low. Chang's got his first basket.
Man, that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Oh, good there. Good work defensively by Horford. Boston leading by 5. And there's the foul. Going Alex Caruso. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Pritchard. Horford with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Cornette. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Just 5 on the clock. And it's in there.
Jason Tatum.
Tatum's got 22 points.
Using his teammates, Tatum creates just enough daylight to get off a shot.
Williams with a clean look. A three-pointer is right on target.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball game.
Out to the wing. Pass to Cornette. Here's Pritchard to the inside. Here's Davison. Plays it up and banks it in. And the Celtics lead by 6.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Gilgeous-Alexander does a good job of just staying aggressive, and that just forces the defense to do something.
And a new group in for the Celtics. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Boston leading by 5. Down low. Here's Tatum. The shot's good. Brown making the play. 24 points for him.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, during the last break, here's what Mark Daigneault was telling his team. Now, he's not pleased with the perimeter game on both sides of the ball. He told his guys, we aren't working hard enough out there. We need to shut down the perimeter on defense, and on offense, we have to focus from good to great. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Thunder trailing by 7. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Celtics leading by 7. And Holiday has it in the corner over Williams. Now here's Tatum. And Holmgren pulls it down. Here's Oklahoma City. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. They grab their own miss. And the dunk by Holmgren.
Unflappable. I mean, no moment is too big for Holmgren. They needed that basket.
Brown with it. He's picked up by Holmgren. Ah, here comes Tatum. Boston again missing. Williams for three. Porzingis with the rebound.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
Outside Holiday. Lost it. No good that time either. Thunder trailing by 5. Pass to Holmgren. The kick out to Williams. Jacks up a three. That shot is off.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Tatum looking around. And there it is for him. And the Celtics lead by 7.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Williams. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. It falls! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander, with that height at his position, allows him to do so many things other guys really pretty much dream of.
Here's Tatum. And the rejection by Holmgren. And it's out of bounds, and last touch by Holmgren. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
And Tatum out top the key.
Oklahoma City foul. Chet Holmgren. Second personal foul.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he ends up missing both free throws. Holmgren with the steal.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
Outside Tatum. Can't hit that one. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, his road team home.
I'm chefing, I don't miss like stepping up. In my section live, I say come here and she comply. Then proceed to throw it back on me, that throw me on my. She think I'm a layup, then she must not know about me. She think I'm the one, she must think that I'm Kyrie. Learn to shoot the Trey Young, been had a J like take come. Falling that, stand tall in that, she think I'm 8'1". I'm a hooper to be honest, truly a baller, baby. I'm like Luka, I'm like Giannis, so you could Hall of Fame me. I'm so far from JV, I'm Kobe, I'm Mamba, baby. I 24-8, do what it take, keep a full tank, all gas, no brakes. I'm throwing hundreds, look at how they ballin'. I know she love it, love the way I'm ballin'. Michael Jordan, party jumping, 3 in the morning.
We're live from Boston. It's the home of the Celtics. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And reporting from the sidelines all game long, we've got David Aldridge. And it's the Celtics to start out. And the basket by Tatum. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively. And we knew Holmgren could get up there, but wow, he put some spice on that one.
Tatum's shot is off. On the wing, Williams. Floats it up for Holmgren. Back to Williams. To the inside. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
And finding his teammate in stride, he led his guy perfectly.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with Joe Mazzulla. He immediately mentioned that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, of course, is at the top of their scouting report. Told me the key to stopping SGA is defending without fouling. Easier said than done, but try to keep him off the free throw line. And try, emphasis on try, to make Shai a jump shooter. A very tall task. Guys?
Thank you, David.
And he's not